Hi everyone, it's John Gualtieri here with this week's Power Shot. Last Power Shot I said we're going to go into a series of Power Shots around negotiating skills, and I did it within the context of experience that Karen and I just had buying a car. If you remember last time, I immediately took control of that situation in the negotiation. One of the things I do want to mention is that we have to be patient in a negotiation. You know, in our culture, people want to get to the bottom line really quickly business-wise, and that's a mistake negotiating. So let's talk about what happened after I took control of the situation. We left off where I left the dealership and I said, I'll get back to you. So I knew that the car dealership was going to call me. I gave them my personal information. Again, I'm not in the business of killing salespeople. It's not cool to do that. And the salesperson called me and said, hey, are you still interested in the car? And I said, yes, I'm still interested in the car, but there's just one thing informationally that I need, and that's a price for my car. And he said to me, they're well trained, he said, well, what do you want from my car? And I said, well, look, I'd rather know what you're willing to offer me. How about if I come in a few days and you take a look at it and tell me what you're willing to offer? And he said, well, do you have an idea? How much do you owe on it? And I said, look, let's deal with that when I come in. So I went in. You notice I didn't answer his question, because why? We'll find out in a second. So I got there. They made an offer for my car. And I had researched it. I'm not like some idiot that thinks my car's worth $1 million. Like a lot of our sellers think their houses are worth $1 gazillion, and they're not. I knew what it was worth. I had gotten a bona fide offer for it, and they gave me an offer that was ridiculously low. And I knew that was going to happen. And so he handed me the offer, and I said, look, I need to think about this, right? And he goes, well, there's some wiggle room there. And I said, okay, fair enough, but let me get back to you. So I left the car dealership. So if you'll notice, what I did was, again, I was in control of the situation. I knew he was going to call me. I didn't call him. And I knew that what I was going to say is, I want to know what my car is worth before I can move ahead. He asked me point blank, what do you want for your car? I told him I wanted them to take a look at it first, before we talked about that. When I got there, he gave me an offer. I knew it was low, but I didn't say anything. I said, let me think about it and get back to you. So today's Power Shot takeaways, there's two. Number one is, you never let the other guy know what your card is. I knew what I wanted for my car, and I wasn't telling him. I was not going to tell him. Why? Because then that becomes the point of reference, and I'm negotiating against myself. The second thing that I want to point out is what I said before. Be patient. The person who's the most patient usually comes out ahead in the negotiation. Isn't this stuff fascinating? So if you know anybody who might benefit from this week's Power Shot, please pass it on. In the meantime, get out there, chop wood, carry water, and do it like you mean it. God bless.